great Andromeda Galaxy has always been a special target to me ever since I've started astrophotography years ago. Seeing this fudgy smudge in a dark sky takes me back to my first nights under the stars with my telescope, and some of my favorite moments capturing our night sky. To have the opportunity to spend a night like this under a sea of stars and see this galaxy for yourself is truly a special opportunity.
It is a hot and windy Labor Day here in Minnesota, but I'm hoping to leave to some darker skies upcoming weekend to do some astrophotography camping with my dad and I under some prestigious Bortle Class 3 skies. I've been planning a camping trip for a while now, and although we haven't booked a campsite just yet, I've been watching the weather models very closely in the last few days, and I plan to check them again tomorrow. But I'm cautiously optimistic that there's a good chance for some clear skies this upcoming Friday. But I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. As for what I plan on bringing this camping trip, I was thinking to take a wide-angle lens, so I thought to bring my dad's Red Cat 51 telescope, which is an apochromatic refractor. And if you watched some of my earlier videos on this channel, you know that this is the rig I used in many of my favorite images in the past year. I think I'm also going to bring my trusty ZWO ASI 294 MC Pro camera, which is a cooled astronomy camera, and to get some nice cool sub-exposures of the Andromeda Galaxy. And I'm also going to bring my trusty Skywatcher CQ350 Pro mount. With any dark sky astrophotography trip, you gotta triple check to make sure you haven't forgotten anything important, because an astrophotography imaging session can fall apart pretty quickly if you don't have all the right gears and tools. I really like to keep all my cables and tools I need in these little bins here for astrophotography. I use these all the time, but they're great for transporting your astro stuff. I usually have all my cables and my power connections. I even have a cam controller, dew heater for the camera. Also have intervalometer for the DSLR to do some wide-angle shots of the Milky Way or maybe some star trails. Even brought the star chart for some stargazing. Guys, I can't wait to see some darker skies again. Hi everyone, we've arrived at the campsite and everything has been set up. It's already getting a little dark out here. It's about 7:45 p.m. and I'm anticipating to shoot to the Andromeda Galaxy at about 9 o'clock. I've got my rig just behind me and I've connected it to our campsite's electrical power, and I have it positioned about 20 feet from our tent to get a nice open view of the northeast and eastern skies to shoot the Andromeda Galaxy. It's about 68 degrees out here, but it already feels a little bit cooler than that. But we got an awesome fire started at the campsite, and just a little bit ago we had some dinner. We had some pizza and some hot dogs and some corn, which all was very good. We had to kind of make do though, because we didn't bring the proper grate to cook the food over the fire, so we had to make do with the smaller rectangular grate, and we had to put a brick on the end so it wouldn't fall into the fire. Anyway, all that remains now is just to wait patiently for the darker skies and to get ready to do some astrophotography tonight. Gotta get the laptop.
It's about 11 p.m. here, and I've been taking pictures of the Andromeda Galaxy for a few hours now. Things are starting to die down here at the campsite, but I wanted to take a few minutes to show you what I'm working on. Okay, so here's the rig that I'm currently using to take pictures. For the mount, I have my Skywatcher CQ350 Pro, and for the telescope, I have a nice wide apochromatic refractor, the Red Cat 51 telescope, and I am taking pictures of the galaxy using my ZWO ASI 294 MC Pro, which is a great camera because I can cool down the sensor to get those nice clean sub-exposures. The whole thing is being guided on my ZWO guide scope, which is mounted just at the top of the telescope here. And where Andromeda is right now, it's nearing about 45 degrees in the sky, which still has plenty of night left, and it's only about 11 o'clock. So right now I have the laptop, which is running astronomy software called Nina, which is a great automation tool for astrophotography, and it runs your imaging and your telescope and everything together. So I have that running, and I have guiding all set up, and I actually used this equipment, and I did a dry run of this about a week ago to make sure it all worked, and which is a great thing you should always do, because oftentimes there are drivers and updates you need to install, and if you don't do those, you can sometimes have problems, and it's a bad idea to have some problems when there's no internet. Anyway, I'm about 45 sub-exposures in. I'm taking about 3-minute sub-exposures at a gain of 121, and so far I've seen some awesome detail in the outer edge of the Andromeda Galaxy. Let me show you guys. Okay, so here's my last sub-exposure image on the Andromeda Galaxy, and you can see in the very center here is the core of the nucleus of the Andromeda Galaxy, showing up quite clear on the unstretched image in the center of the frame. And if I do a simple curved stretch in Nina, wow, that's amazing. There's the Andromeda Galaxy in awesome detail, all the dust and the M31 companion galaxies all in one frame. These Bortle 4 skies really help to capture a lot more detail in the galaxy, and something that I don't get to do as much of at home, something I struggle with a bit more. So it's awesome to have the opportunity to be at a darker sky to capture more useful, better data under these darker skies without any of the ambient light from the cities of the fainter details in a broadband target such as the Great Andromeda Galaxy. I'm so excited to process this later. It's incredible to me how quiet it is out here and how peaceful it is in the woods out here. I can practically hear no sounds, and the only sounds I do hear are from the occasional owl and coyote and the acorns falling from the pine trees. My plan is to shoot the Andromeda Galaxy continuously through the entire night, given that the clouds stay away from the area and we're looking good about right now. So I'm going to give it all I got, but right now I already have several images to make a great composite image of the Andromeda Galaxy. Thank you all for joining me tonight as I took a camping trip under the stars, and I'm really excited to see the data I collected on the Andromeda Galaxy later tonight. The Andromeda Galaxy for me is a bit of a special target because it was really the first deep sky object that showed me that taking pictures of space with amateur equipment was possible. Specifically from one of Astro Backyard's videos about 4 years ago of capturing the Andromeda Galaxy. Ever since then, I love to continue to shoot the Andromeda Galaxy and be reminded of where I've started in astro and how far I've come. And it's very meaningful to me in that way. With that all said, I really hope you like my final image of the Great Andromeda Galaxy. And until next time, clear skies.